We're not gonna take this lying down.
This is for all of the women of color, and colorful people.
Now is the time for all of us to stand up and say, enough is enough.
I'm ashamed as a human being that we ignore their cries for help.
Women are in the world, and we will not be bullied.
Well, good evening, everybody. I'm Tina Brown, and I want to welcome you to the 8th Annual Women in the World Summit. And thank you to Milk and their stirring a cappella crew from Columbia University. It was so moving. Huge hand, please, for Milk and the Columbia a cappellas. And also my formidable co-hosts who will be appearing throughout the program in the next 3 days. Diane von Furstenberg, Ambassador Milan Verveer, Zainab Zolbi, Lisa Matarazzo, Hafsat Abiola, and Sharmeen Obed-Shenoy. Hey. Thank you, all of you, for your warmth and your friendship and your support this last year. I couldn't be more eager, frankly, to return to this stage after the last epic year of political rock and roll. I mean, our first Women in the World Summit in 2010 took place at a small Midtown theater just off Times Square. Many good things have happened since then, thanks to all of you here. This summit is many times bigger than it was then. But so are some of the challenges. And here's an example of one of them. Okay? Now, that photograph that will live in infamy was proudly tweeted out recently by Vice President Mike Pence. Among the subjects being discussed by these distinguished gentlemen was whether health insurance, if any, should cover pregnancy, maternity, and newborn care. But that's not the only picture we should remember. Right? What was really astounding the day after Donald Trump's inauguration was the phenomenal demonstration of female solidarity all over the country. It was the largest single day of protest in American history. 4 million people in an estimated 654 cities. And it started out, which really blows my mind, as a simple Facebook post from a pissed-off pantsuit granny in Hawaii, right? Look what she wrote. Long simmering feelings finally boiled over. Not just at the election results, but a recognition that in the last few years, progress for women has actually stalled. The Women's March reinforced the point that there is no such thing as women's issues. There are social justice issues, period. And that is true everywhere on the planet, including the United States. And that has always been the credo of women in the world. From our first summit in 2010, we've given voice to women who have overcome often indescribable challenges in far-flung places and in conflict zones that lack our social and political freedoms. The searing images out of Syria yesterday reinforce that point, and this evening you're going to meet 2 remarkable doctors who will bear witness to what it's like to actually be there. They are just 2 of the 83 heroic women from 12 countries at this year's summit. Fierce and fabulous role models for the new era of engagement. All will remind us how urgently we need the voices of women in every sphere of life, in the political arena, in the boardroom, in the street. All of them, you'll discover, have one thing in common. They're at war with complacency. And they're winning. Just as ultimately, women are winning here. We have plenty of men, too, who are championing women and joining us in the next 3 days, just as many men also joined that march in January. I want now to thank the companies and the foundations who joined us, with us for the Women in the World Summit this year. Toyota has been with us in every way as our presenting sponsor for the last 6 years, both here at Lincoln Center and at Women in the World gatherings around the world. We're proud to join forces with them and grateful for their generous support of the productive and inspiring Mothers of Invention program. Let's show our appreciation. Thank you, Toyota. Wherever you're sitting. We're also grateful to the valuable contributions of our leadership sponsors, AARP, AT&T, the Boston Consulting Group, MasterCard, P&G, and the Rockefeller Foundation. And we count ourselves lucky to have the Ford Foundation, PepsiCo, and Thomson Reuters as our supporting sponsors. The Walton Family Foundation, Gender Fair, and the Tory Burch Foundation have also been very generous in their support. And finally, thank you to our great media partner, the New York Times, whose commitment to journalistic truth has never been more vital to our democracy.